from what feels like the jaws of victory into the jaws of defeat, even though it was a draw. Welcome to the player ratings for Forest 1, Wolves 1. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are, whatever time of day you're watching this. Hope you are well, and welcome to the player ratings. And I've got to say, I'm just annoyed, man. I feel yet again, like the balloon pumped up, and then someone's taken a prick. Yeah, and that prick was a 5 at the back formation and popped it. And that's how it feels. This was one of the last 2 winnable games that we had to make sure we won. This was why I said it's a must-win game. And it was there, and we performed. One of the best performances we've done in the first half. I thought Forest were fantastic in the first half. You had Felipe and Niakhate playing pretty much at the halfway line comfortably, forcing Wolves back and freeing up Danilo and Freuler. And then we get the goal from it. It's a fantastic goal because Danilo's overlapped forward and it's just beautiful play. If you haven't seen it yet and you remember, the link for it, of course, is in the community tab there. It's just so infuriating. And you go in at half time. I mean, we should have had a penalty with Johno. I don't know what the hell VAR are doing with that. But it's just like, I don't know. I just feel that game, we needed a second goal. You could feel it. And then at halftime, I don't know what Cooper said to them. All he needed to say to them was turn it back around, go straight back out there and do exactly what you've done. Do exactly what you've done in that first half. Instead, I don't know what was said, but looking at the way they came out, it was go back out there and play how we've done for the whole season gone so far. And let's go and low block our way there to a 1-0 victory. I don't understand why he doesn't want to push for a second goal. Wolves are there for the taking. Let me remind you, they've only scored 23 goals now in the Premier League. They're not very good at scoring goals. I think for me, Cooper looks at that and thought, Wolves can't score goals, therefore 1-0 should be enough. But instead, it ended up opening up and letting Wolves onto us, and Wolves grew in confidence in that second half. And then he goes and switches to a back 3 or a back 5, whatever you want to call it. I don't understand it. Dennis was brilliant. Danilo was outstanding. Mangala was brilliant. Freuler was good as well. We didn't need an extra defender. Niakhate and Felipe had it completely under control. And as NFFC 1865 says, Wolves got 1 shot on target, and that was the crucial shot. I just don't understand what he was thinking to change the formation to a back 3. He picked the right team. That team, apart from whatever was going on with Lodi, and obviously Aurier is injured, but from what he had available, I liked that midfield. It had energy, it had some youth, it had some legs. But then to go and do what he did in the second half, literally shot himself, not in the foot, man, he shot himself in the head. I don't understand why he's turned into such a negative manager. I don't. Anyway, some of you are saying 1 point's enough. Matty's saying 1 point's enough from today. It's not. Look at the fixtures we've got coming up. This is why I was worried, man. Let's get into the player ratings. If you haven't yet voted, get your votes in. The link is pinned in the chat. Get your votes in. It's open not just to members, but to everyone. Wasn't enough, says Matty. Okay, sorry, Matty. Sorry, Matt. I was ready to pounce on you. We should have taken 3 all day. I agree. It's the autocorrect. You're forgiven, Matty. You're forgiven. The interviews never ask the questions that we weren't asked, says Chuck. They don't. The first question that Cooper should be asked is, what the F did you say at halftime? What? Why did they come out so negative, man? Let's get into the player ratings. So, just as a reminder, this will be me, this will be you. We'll do the ratings, we'll go through it. 6 is an average. You go from 0 to 10 on how you think they played. We'll go from goalkeeper and then snake our way up the pitch, and then we'll do the subs. If you want to take part, it's completely free to do. All I ask is that you like the stream to start with, subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's it. That's all I ask of you. So please, if you're new here, please do subscribe to the channel. Shall we begin? Wait. We're not beginning. We got nearly 300 of you in here and 34 likes. Come on, guys, man. I am fasting. I am starving. I am hungry. I am thirsty. I am annoyed. I am everything. Can you please hit that like button, man? That's all I ask of you to do. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new so we can get on with this. Okay. Let's do it. Do we have to? Okay. All right, I'm ready. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. Okay, let's start with Navas. Couldn't do much about the goal. Didn't really have anything else to do, to be honest. To be honest, he had nothing much to do whatsoever. I thought it was quite solid. I mean, the biggest threat he had all game was when Niakhate headed it onto his own bar, you know? Outside of that, but you didn't have anything to do. Yeah, he conceded, but you wouldn't put that goal on him, to be honest. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for me. He's good, man. I still personally prefer Dino, but he's a 7 for me. Some of you put a 7. Simon put a 5 and 8 from Townsend. Just looking at some of these scores. Let's see what you did collectively. See if that will work. There you go. So collectively, you guys went 6.5. Only 85 of you have voted. Get cracking, guys. Come on. Come on, get your votes in. The link is pinned in the chat. So I went a 7 and you guys went... Wait, no, that's you guys. You guys went 6.5. So this is for the latecomers so they can see what everyone's voted for. And I went with a 7. Okay. Right back was... Who was it, guys? It was Williams, wasn't it? I'm still not convinced on Williams. I don't know if you can. Oh crap! What am I doing here? Okay, it's been a while since we've had a game. Okay, there we go. Look, I'm still not convinced on Williams. I'll be straight with you guys. I don't think he's physically capable enough to play as a right back. Maybe as a right winger. Maybe. Sorry, as a right wing back. But his physicality isn't good. And I honestly don't see what he offers going forward either. He can't cross the ball. He can't shoot. I don't know if he's to blame for that goal. I need to watch it back. I feel he got done by the cut. But he's just not... He's too over eager to get himself into a challenge. He kind of reminds me of a crapper version of Lodi. Lodi slides in a lot, but Lodi is controlled sliding. But physicality wise, he's not good enough. He's not good enough. I'm going to give him a... I would say he was the weakest player on the pitch today. I give him a 4.5. 4.5 for me. Let's see what you guys are saying. Chuck saying 4. 2 or 3, says David. 5 from Ant the Hat. 6 from Fred. But let's see collectively. You guys have gone 5.2. I feel that's a little high. I need to watch the goal back. I'm not sure how much he was to blame or not. What did you guys do? 5.2. I don't know. I'm not... Look, I mean, the end of the day, you got to say, we had no one else to come in because obviously Serge is out and obviously Biancone is out. So there's not much that you can do. You just have to stomach it really at the moment. But should I tell you guys something? Should I tell you guys something? He's on 50k a week, man. 50k a week, seriously. Saying Cooper's not to blame. The players had enough opportunity to score, but they panicked. Dennis is like Bambi on legs in the box. I thought Dennis was good, man. Tom saying 5 didn't do too much wrong, but never makes me feel at ease when he's being taken on. Jack says it's like we're allergic to beating teams around us. Should have won. Martin saying the Greek father is ready to pull the trigger. He was fuming. I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't seen anything. Okay, let's move on. I'm just so look. At least we get to talk about Felipe. I mean, he's almost in my eyes jumping to signing of the season already. I think I'm gonna say it now. I think he's been our best signing. Full stop. Full stop. He's so good. He's so good. It's unreal. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the other centre backs Atletico have got. Because I think they got Savic, haven't they? And they got how do you pronounce his name? Hernacero, or whatever, the other guy we were linked to. They must be the greatest centre backs that God has ever created, that have ever walked this earth, if they were keeping Felipe out of that team. Because this guy, for me, is our best player. It's our best player. So I'm saying I'm depressed. Cooper needs to go. We will get humiliated against Leeds. He will go after that, or Villa. Then we're out of time, man. Then it's just a panic one, isn't it? Yeah, Jonathan, Felipe should be captain. Who was captain today, by the way? Who was wearing the armband? I didn't even notice. Was it Freuler? I don't know. One of you lot will tell me. I'm giving Felipe, for me, he's a 9. Minimum 9 for me today. I'm giving him a 9. It was Freuler. Okay. I mean, Freuler wasn't too bad today. I am Felipe a 9. What are you guys giving Felipe? 8.2? Nah, guy. Nah, I don't know what match you lot were watching. No offense. How did you get to 8 Give me your individual scores on Felipe. Be honest. What did you go on Felipe? I'm curious. Have we got some trollers here? How have you got 8.2? 10 for me. Yeah, Ant's saying 10. 9 from Tom. Matty's saying 9. I'm assuming all of you who are putting this in now have voted. Can't give him a 9 for a draw at home. Yeah, but Simon, see how he played. 9, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 8, 8, 9, 9. Oh my God. Felipe always helps us. I gave him a 9. Chuck it, he didn't nearly give away a penalty. Simon gave him a 9. 9 from Chris. 9 from Danish Red. 9 from Peter. So I don't know how you got to an 8.2. Anyway, if you haven't voted already, keep voting. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. And don't forget, give the video a quick like. How many likes are we on? Someone tell me. I can't see right now. Get those likes up. Ian gave him a 10. Hussein gave him a 9. Look, Simon said he couldn't give him a 9 because we drew. But you got to remember, if he wasn't playing, what would the score be? Who knows? He's a 9 for me. 100%. 100%. All right, let's move on to his partner in crime, which is Niakhate. And surely I've got a Niakhate picture. Of course I have. Look, I love this partnership. I love this partnership. I thought, do you know what I liked about Niakhate today? I didn't really notice him. And I kind of want that from a centre-back. I don't want to have to fear keeping my eye on them during the game. I thought it was really good. I thought this partnership is definitely going to be solid. No mistakes from him at all that I can remember. And they, as I mentioned in the watch along, they allow the players to go higher up the pitch. In the first half, they were playing on the halfway line, man. They were playing on the halfway line. He's still rusty. He's still not up to full speed. Some of his passing was okay-ish. But I'm gonna give him an 8. I think he deserves an 8 for me. Toby subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, Toby. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, as we're 40 away from 9,800. So I'm giving him an 8 out of 10. What do you guys give him? 7.37. You guys are harsh. Simon's saying, why are so many of our players so bad at shooting except Johnson? Because, I don't know, man. Don't know. Even Johnson's nicely went through the legs today. It's quite funny. Anyway, let's go with this. 8 for Niakhate. And you guys have gone for 7.37. I'm just going to round that up to 7.4. Screw it. Okay, oh, it wasn't Loddy to start with, was it? It was bloody Toffollo. All right, pretend that says Toffollo. We'll just go with Toffollo because I can't be asked to change it right now. Is anyone else feeling dejected, man? It's feeling dejected by that one. These are really critical scores, says David. Adam's saying Forest were cheated again. They should have had a penalty, and shocked that Wolves didn't get any reds. Rounded up to an 8, says Mark. Did you see when Felipe yelled at him to get back to position and then he bolted it back? Toffollo's a 7. Tim's saying we all are. Yeah, guys, we're going to have to get each other through this one, man. It's just... We were 12th. That's the thing that hurts. We were sitting 12th. Even in the 83rd minute, we were still 12th. And then everything turned. Like, I thought Toffollo was actually pretty good. I think he's a really good backup. He did a Lodi style slide at the back, which came off really well. It blocked a chance they had in the first half. I don't think there was anything wrong with him, to be honest. I'm going to give him a 7. I think he was good. I thought, apart from Nico Williams, the whole back line was pretty good. And because of the strength they get given by those middle two, at the hat with the 4.99, you absolute legend.
£4.99 and the hat, best centre half pairing.
Agreed.
Lost with Cooper's sub, invited Wolves on to pressure defence. I want Cooper to stay, but he's just too defensive. Houghton
does summarise that. It really does. Best centre half pairing, couldn't agree with you more. Does he stay? Well, that's in the hands of the Greek father now. In my opinion, it's probably too late for a manager change. Having said that, Roy Hodgson got a manager bounce today for Crystal Palace. They hadn't won this year, and now they've won. It's absolutely crazy what the manager bounce does. Thank you again so much for the 4.99, buddy. I really appreciate the support. You guys are giving Toffollo Soldier a 6.4. I think he was a bit better than that. Well, hence why I went 7. But okay, if that's what you think, that's what you think. I didn't actually think he was bad at all. And so you guys went 6.4. All right, let's move on into the midfield. I'm sorry we're doing this, guys. I know, but it's just, we got to do it. And we got to do it. It's got to be done. Who have we got there? Danilo. Danilo's brilliant. Danilo was, for me, he's a candidate of man of the match. The problem with Danilo is I can't find him. There he is. Danilo is just, why has he not been playing? How long have we been screaming out for a midfielder who actually gets forward and actually progresses the ball? And that's what we saw with Danilo. Like, Yatesy can do it as well. I think him and Mangala, him and Yates, could form a really good partnership. But he's close to man of the match for me. For me, at the moment, where my thinking is, it was between him and Felipe. But his assist was beautiful as well. He just can't shoot, guys. He really can't shoot. He's like an 8.5 for me. I'm gonna score him high. I want to go 9, but I think 9. Felipe was a 9, so I don't think he was quite Felipe. I'm going 8.5. His assist was brilliant. Yeah, Esther, I agree with you. He should play higher up and shouldn't shoot. And then when Cooper did that stupid 3-back formation, he was almost playing like a cam, and he was doing really well. He was winning the ball in their half. He was winning it really high up the pitch. For me, Danilo should be a starter now. Full stop. But I got 8.5. You guys have gone 7.8. Little harsh. You lot a little harsh again. A little harsh. Maybe we need to do a members one again. What did I do? I went 8.5. No, that's your one. Scheiße. 7.8, you guys said, and I went 8.5. I think my scores are better than your guys at the moment, if I'm being brutally honest with you. Okay, so 8.5 for him, and then who was in the middle? It was Freuler. I thought it was one of Freuler's better games because I actually noticed him for once, which is very rare of me to say. And he was, in the first half, playing really high up the pitch, which was good to see. Hold on, one sec. I just need to check how many likes we got on the video before we proceed. We got 94 likes, man, and 300 of you in here. Please do hit that like button now. Come on, let's get over 100. Let's get the formalities out of the way. Also, just a very quick reminder. We'll do that in a bit. I can't do it right now. Okay. I'm going to give Freuler, I think I'm going to give him a 7. For me, a 7. I was impressed today. What are you guys saying? 9 for Danilo, great at nicking the ball, so getting past and interrupting Johno. Hamad saying it's never too late to get rid of any managers. Hopefully Nottingham Forest will say, Steve, there's no easy way of saying this, but you're fired. Josh says Wolverine is basically bipolar, as we haven't all guessed correctly. If he's happy or angry, we'll get berated for our scores. Obviously, Josh, that's the whole fun of this game, because I get to slag you guys off. Usually it's the other way around. 7 says Matty easily his best game. Yeah, I think everyone noticed him today. I think that was the thing with Freuler. Everyone just kind of noticed him. So I'm going to give him a 7. Hold on. 7 from me. And from you guys, you've given him 6.3. Tough crowd. I'm just going to say it out loud. Tough crowd. 6.3 from you guys. All right, keep those votes coming in. They all count. And then let's move on to Mangala. Again, I would say that was Mangala's best game for a while for me. It looked like the Mangala we saw against Everton earlier on in the season. I was really impressed with him. In fact, I was impressed with the midfield in general in the first half. I don't know what happened in the... Guys, what do you think it is in that second half that forced him to go so far back? I just don't get it. I thought he was really good. Now, where do I fit him in? That's a tough one. It depends. Let me just get this other screen sorted. And it's been like... It feels like a month since we've done a match. I forgot where all my buttons are. Look, was he as good as Danilo? No. Was he as good as Freuler? Yeah. But I think he had more energy than Freuler. I think he's probably about 7.5 to an 8 for me. He was up and down that pitch. Kyle, I agree. Best game since pre-injury. Probably since the Spurs game. Ant saying Cooper tactics is what forces him back. Yeah. Simon saying we were by far the better team until Cooper changed us to a worse team. Maddie saying Cooper should be a trainer but not a tactician. Bobby saying Cooper went back after that Johno goal. Jonathan saying best midfield performance in a long time. 7s and 8s in the chat. I'm probably going to split the difference between the two. I'm going to go 7.5 for Mangala. His energy stood out to me today. Really good energy. I've gone 7.5. You guys have gone 7.1. Okay, we're not a million miles apart. I'll cut you guys some slack on that one. 7.5 there. And then you guys said 7.1. Okay. Let's move it up into the attack. Who we got? We got Boy Wonder. Whoops. We'll come on to him in a bit. Johno, I thought he was really feisty today. I thought he was up for the fight. I thought he played really well, took his finish well. It was funny that it went through Sar's legs. Overall, I thought the front three, to be honest, in the first half was sensational. I did. Dennis, Morgan Gibbs-White and Johno, I all thought were really, really good in the first half. Once the changes had happened in the second half, though, I don't think they were as effective. And I don't know why I only came on for the last minute or two. His goal was brilliant. I'm going to give him... It's like an 8.5, 9 for me. Something like that. I'm going to give him a 9. I thought he had a good game. I thought he had a really good game. I'm going to give him a 9. And he got the goal. I'm really pleased with how he's developing. Oh, wait, I put the rating in. I'm so stupid. I'm so hungry. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. 9 for me there. Where did you guys go? 8.1. I thought that this was... I know you lot say I have a go at you, but I will have a go at you on this one because I thought outside of his goal, he was really involved in the match. That's the bit that usually you don't get with Johno. He was really involved outside of the goal. So I do think you guys are a little harsh now. A little harsh there. A little harsh. Kev saying he's mortified. Members only vote, says Simon. David gave him that. Well, who scored him? Who scored him low? Who scored him low? I mean, yeah, Jake saying 8.5 to 9 is fair. So you probably got a couple of trollers in there. We drew and dropped off second half, says Phil. Hey, Henri, how you doing, buddy? Johnny needs to learn to defend, says Shratan. I don't know. He's not in the team to defend, though, is he? Wolverine rattled now, and he knows he's bipolar. I'm just saying, you guys should have gone higher. You guys should have gone higher. If we lose, exactly, we will lose Johno next season, says Owen. If we do, we're screwed. Definitely some trollers, says Ant. All right, let's move this on. Let's move this on. So I went 9. Now this one's gonna be interesting as MG Dub. I thought his through balls today was sensational, man. He was feeding Dennis in a lot in that game. Him and Dennis were getting some good link up play going on. His shooting is still woeful. His corners were indifferent. They were indifferent. There was a lot of the first couple didn't clear the front man. There was one he got to the back post where Niakhate kind of headed it down into the ground. I just like him. He's like an 8.5 for me. 8.5. It's his through balls really that stood out for me. The way he was feeding in Dennis was really good. Really good. I'm gonna give him an 8.5. I was really happy with the front three in general, to be honest. I was quite happy with the front three. Where you guys gone? 7.5. Oh, the agendas are coming out now. The agendas, the Morgan Gibb White agendas in the chat are coming out. You guys are so disrespectful to my boy. It's against his old club as well, don't forget. Don't forget, it's against his old club, man. Harsh. Harsh, harsh, harsh. What do you lot say? Great sometimes and every now and again, tried too much. Overall, great play. MG Dub was activated today for sure with that team. David singing, he could have had a goal of Dennis squared him. I gave him about 7, but the shooting, I marked him down. His shooting is poor, man. Dennis needs confidence. 10 easily, says Matty. 7.5 is shocking, says Sam. What the hell's going on with these scores? We've got trollers, and we're going to have to do members only next week. Graham saying, better from our team. No coincidence that Shelby and Wood didn't play. That's a very, very good point. Hussein saying we need to send all the players on international duty if it improves them like MGW and Mangala. MGW cannot shoot. I agree with you, Magic. I agree with you. I do agree with you on that. Peter gave him a 10. Hussein gave Johnson a 9. Dennis needs a run in the side, says Spacebar. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. My mouth is getting really... This one's going to be interesting, isn't it? Oh, that's not him. That's him. By the way, can we just have a minute to take the mick out of Dino and his stupid Shelby prediction? You're an idiot, Dino. Seriously. Anyway. Members plus spacebar only, says that. Okay, I thought he was really good. I know a lot of you are going to be like, yeah, he didn't pass the ball. He didn't pass this. He didn't pass that. He's an attacker, man. I don't think in that chance where he could have squared it to MG Dub, he could have. I don't know. I need to see it again. He had a chance to score. The shot was weak. It wasn't as good as Johno. I've probably got him on par with MG Dub. That's how I'm doing my maths here. The fact that he hasn't had a run in this team prior to these last couple of games is an absolute joke. And shame on you, all of you who doubted me and Ant, who stuck by him through thick and thin. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I was really impressed with him for me. I know a lot of you are saying he should have squared it. You need to watch the replay. It's not as cut and dry as you think it is. MG Dub was behind the defender in the middle. For him to have squared it to MG Dub, he would have had to play it early. 8.5 says that, and he actually goes forward, exactly. All right, Choco, you stuck with him as well. Okay, I'll shout out those ones who are suddenly coming out from hiding behind the rock. Me and Ant were there, chests out, backing him, because he's a great player. Right, but what did you guys go? 7.3. I think you guys are harsh, man. I'm going to leave Ant to deal with you lot on that one, seriously. He'll have a lot to say about cussing. They're giving him a 7.3. You guys are evil. You guys are evil. Okay, so that's the front team. Oh, that's the starting 11, sorry. Obviously, it wasn't Lodi, it was Toffollo. I just can't be asked to change it. Give me your individual scores on Dennis. And don't lie to me, because I can check, right? I can check. Just tell me what you went on on Dennis. David gave him an 8. Samir gave him a 7.5. Dennis gives us another option in attack and makes the opposition worry about both sides. That is absolutely spot on. It makes us less one-dimensional than normal. 8s, a lot of 8s coming from you guys. Some of you are lying. Some of you are lying. Estro's being honest at least and gave him a 7. Gregory's saying, looks like we're heading back to the championship. It's not over yet, bro. It's not over yet. I'm just looking at the momentum graph, right? The whole of the second half of the momentum was with Wolves. It's pretty silly. It really is. All right, let's bring up Lodi. Lodi was the first sub, wasn't he? Yeah, Lodi for Toffollo. Now, I didn't mind this sub because to me it did look a bit like Toffollo was getting hot under the collar. I thought Toffollo was playing well, to be honest, all game. And I think this was just a like for like. I don't really know why Lodi didn't start. For me, it was a bit of a weird one. A lot of you are saying because of his kid and crap. He came on. He did a solid performance. Didn't do anything wrong. I'm just going to give him just an above sub 6 out of 10 sub rule and all that. I'm going to go 6 out of 10 for Lodi. Let's get that up. 6 out of 10 for me. If I could find the buttons. You guys are not playing the sub rule, man. You guys are not playing the sub rule. And you guys have gone 6.4. Okay, well, maybe I missed something. I don't know, I'm just playing the sub rule. Did you not play the sub rule or not? Lodi sub was smart because of yellow cards on Toffollo, says Martin. Yeah, that's how I saw it. But this next sub really wasn't. This next sub was probably... Like, Cooper's made some dumb substitutions in his time. He really has. And I mean that with no disrespect, right? But seriously, this sub to take Dennis off was one of the stupidest things I've seen. And look, Worrell didn't do anything bad on the pitch. I'm not aiming this at Worrell. I'm aiming this at the mentality of Cooper, who clearly wanted to settle for 1-0. And he kind of... He went all in too early for me in the game. There was still plenty of time. I'm just going to give Worrell... Was he at fault for the goal, guys? I don't know. The other thing I would say is we haven't played a back 5 since, I think, the second half against Liverpool. Okay? This is not normal. This is not normal for them to then revert to a back 5. The other thing I would add to it on top of that is Felipe and Niakhate were in control of that box. They didn't need that extra body in there. All it did was allow and invite Wolves to come on and attack. So that's the problem with it. That's the problem with it. Look, I'm not going to fault him for the goal. If anyone is going to go on Williams for me. But... it's about the substitution. I'm going to be fair to him and just going to give him a 5. A substitute's 5 for me. That's what I'm going to do. And that's how I've thought to it. Yes, he was clumsy, as Sam says. Yes, he was, David said he could play for JFK. It's not Worrell that I'm having a go at here for once. It's the formation switch that just, to me, didn't make sense. All right, you guys went 4.1 on that one. Interesting. And by the way, it was Dennis who came off. Let me remind you, Dennis who was causing them all kinds of issues down the left-hand side. Optic saying this shows you how much faith he has in all those players he bought off. Worrell's a Cooper favourite, says Greg. And sorry, I'm blaming Cooper. That substitution was beyond stupid, says Magic Tree. Yeah, I agree. The substitution was dumb. But it's not Worrell's fault that he was subbed on. You know what I'm saying? Martin saying tactically rubbish. Worrell and Williams inviting Podence inside utter crap. Okay, let's move on. And then who was next? I mean, this is the panic stations, isn't it? They score in the 83rd minute, and he brings on Awoni for Danilo and Quixote for Crap, hold on. Niakhate for Mangala. So it was, again, panic stations. Again, we've still got 300 of you in here. Please do hit that like button if you haven't already. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please do. Okay, let's get back on with this. So, Awoni comes on. Where is Awoni? There he is. I don't know. He had a little run down the left-hand side. You know, he didn't have much time to impact. I don't think we can really give him a critique style appraisal on that match. I don't think we really can. So I'm just going to give him, I thought he was okay. I'll give him a 6 out of 10, just slightly above average for me. I'll go 6. Whoops. And then you guys went 5.8. So we're about the same on that. And then after that was, it was Niakhate, wasn't it? You know what? I ain't even got his picture on it. I ain't got him on him, and I thought he'd be out for the whole season. Let's just see. I'd give Niakhate, I don't know, a 5 or something like that. Let's see what you guys did. You went 5.22. It's about what I would do. Okay, now let's talk about what needs to be talked about, which is Cooper's performance. Look, this is how I see it, right? I liked his team selection today. I like that he got rid of Shelvey. I like that he understood that you can't play Freuler and Shelvey together on the pitch. It doesn't work. I like that he put legs around Freuler in Mangala and in Danilo. I really like the Danilo selection. I didn't like the Williams selection, but we'll have to assume that Aurier is injured. Toffollo was whatever for me. I love the centre-back selection, and I liked the front three. So what I'm saying is overall, the team selection he started with was really good. Really good. The problem happened at half-time. What happened in that team talk? What happened in that team talk? Did he say to them, sit on what we've got and let's see if we can get the win? Or was it the players that did that? For me, it comes from the manager. And if it comes from the players, if it's the players who decided to go negative, then he should have been on the sideline screaming at them that you're not following out my orders. You're not following my orders out. This game is one of 2 that we had left that were winnable, that you should expect Forest to be favourite for. Right? This and Southampton. And Everton before that. Look what happened in all 3 of these games. So overall, I'm not happy with the second half. I was ecstatic with the first half performance. Second half, from the negative mentality. He should have sent them out to get another goal. At 2-0, that was it. That would have been game over. Game over. But he didn't. He wanted to sit on what he had. So the second half, mentality was wrong. The stupidity was the switching to the 3 at the back to invite Wolves on for the pressure. And then the goal is inevitable. Whose fault it is, I don't know if you can put it on anyone at the moment, but that's where it is. So I'm going to give Cooper... He gets points for the team selection in the first half and he loses a lot for the second half. It's a 4 for me. It's a 4. The second half slightly outweighs the first half. It's a 4. That's my say on it. And you guys aren't far off. You've gone 3.9. Which is fair enough. All right, let's finish up with the man of the match. This should be interesting. So guys, your options here. According to your table. We got Johnson, Felipe, Dennis, and Danilo. I think will be the 4 that we go with. So let's go with that. So let's do a man of the match. So we got Johno, Danilo, Felipe. Am I missing anyone? Felipe and Dennis. Chris saying Felipe man of the match. I haven't voted, just got back from the game. Welcome back, bro. We're just about to do the man of the match votes. So in 3, 2, 1, get your votes in, ladies and gents, as we go for man of the match. So Who's it going to be? One second. Okay, so into the lead goes Felipe with 60% of the vote. Danilo in second place with 31% of the vote. And Johnson on 10%. Dennis is yet to get off the mark. 62% on Felipe as Dennis comes out of the traps on 2%. 22 for Danilo. Johnson on 15%. 21 down to Danilo now. Johnson clawing back slowly, but Felipe has such a huge outstanding lead at the moment. I don't see him getting caught. He is up to 60%. Danilo moves into second place with 23%. Johno close on his heels on 16% with Dennis on 3%, slowly but surely moving up the pecking order. But this one surely is a done deal as Felipe remains in and around that 60% mark. As a few more of you will vote, we will close the vote off in the next 10 seconds. Get your votes in now if you haven't already. Danilo making a slow game, but it's not going to be enough as he moves up back to 23%. Johno on 15%, Dennis on 3%, Felipe with 59%. They come into the final stretch. Felipe bounces through the first furlong, then the second. He comes over to the final one and he takes the win with 58% of your vote. Your man of the match for back to back, I think 3 in a row now, has been Felipe. Guys, it's a tough one to swallow. It really is. It feels like a balloon was popped, but that's football for you. Now we move on to Leeds. Well, we move on to the stream tomorrow night. We've got the vlog to come as well. And then we got Beat the Drop. I'm already getting messages from the Boring Mouth guys. Really excited, looking forward to it. I mean, that'll be at 8 o'clock. Look, what I will say is we're still out of the relegation zone. If you want me to happy clap for a second here. And I don't know. I don't know, man. That one worries me more than it pleases me, if that makes sense. Just very quickly, I'm just going to put the link in the chat for the signed framed Forest away kit. Please make sure you grab your tickets in there. There's still so many up for grabs. And remember, ticket number 50 is an instant win on any of the 3 signed Forest tops. Any of the 3 Forest kits. You get to pick which one. But yeah, I'm going to go take a breather, guys. There's only 17 tickets sold. That went live yesterday, by the way. Still 132. So please go make sure you grab your tickets. We'll be back with the vlog. You won't want to miss that. We're going to see Dino explaining his stupid freaking Shelby fetish that he had. And we'll catch you then, guys. Please do hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Go follow us on TikTok. Remember, we need 1,000. And we'll see you later.